Get ready for the ultimate adrenaline rush.
It's that time of the year when I have to freeze my ass off doing GRTV shows. I'm gonna review Vancouver 2010, the official game of the games.
Experience the limits of human endurance in 14 events that will push you to the edge and beyond. There can only be one victor in all-out multiplayer action.
Obviously the Olympics are coming up in just a few short weeks, and I'm very excited about that. And Olympic Games are always a little bit problematic. It was a long time ago since I played a really good Olympic game. I don't even know if there's been a good official Olympic game. And but it's always a lot of fun to see if this year maybe finally they've gotten the formula down. Sega have the license, and they once again employed Eurocom. I think they've done all the Olympic titles ever since 2004, different publishers, but they've done a lot of these multiple event titles, and they haven't really nailed it until now, and maybe they didn't this time either. But they had a different approach, which was kind of fresh and nice, that they only shows really fast, quick events. And a lot of them based on downhill skiing. So there's 4 alpine events, there is 2 snowboard events, they're also like alpine snowboarding, and luge and bobsleigh, fairly similar as well. And then you have ski jumping, and you have speed skating, and a few more. There are in total 14 events. Not a lot, considering a lot of them are very similar. And that is one of my major gripes with the title, that they've taken away some events that I think translates well to video games. The biathlon, for instance, I think is fun because it's one of the few events there that really combines both a tactical thing where you need to pace yourself, and then the adrenaline of hitting down those targets. No biathlon, no cross country, no curling. Sad to see that go, but they've chosen a simplistic approach. There's very few options in the games. You can't really do a whole Olympics. There's no sort of persistence in it. You can't choose a country and go through an Olympics. You just pick events, or you make your own Olympics by choosing what events you want to do, and you play it with your friends online or offline. And that's really where the game shines, when you're in the same couch and you're playing against your friends. There's a lot of tension then, and the simplicity of the events, you know, they translate well so that you can have friends who haven't played it at all, and they will pick it up pretty quickly. I think all the events are sort of like, the first time you play them, you feel like you're crap at them, but it just takes a few goes, and then you really get into it, and once you've gotten the gold medal, that's pretty much it. There isn't much else left to do as a single player. So, and that of course is a problem, that all the events are really quick, really fast, and when you've got friends, that's great, because then, you know, everyone's involved. It goes quickly to change between the different players. But when you're, you know, if you play it alone, there's really no sort of lasting appeal. But once you've nailed the events, that's really it. There are some challenges where they put a twist on the different events, and that's nice and all, but it's not exactly extending the life of the game that much. It's if you got your friends over for the Olympics, to see the Olympics on TV, and there's a boring event, maybe there's some figure skating on or something like that, and you just want to turn away from that and do something else for an hour or an hour and a half while you wait for the ice hockey or you know, the alpine skiing or the snowboard. There's no half pipe in the game either, which I think is pretty much insane. Because of course it has to be a snowboard half pipe in an Olympic title, in my opinion. But regardless of the omissions and all that, some of the stuff is really enjoyable, and that's pretty good graphics, nice effects, and I'm not too sure about the music choice, like hard rock or punk rock for for an Olympic title. It takes you out of the Olympic atmosphere a little bit. But that said, it's a decent attempt. It's not your best multiple sports event title out there, but it does some things right. It fails in some ways, and what we're left with is a fairly average title, but that, you know, has its bright spot and does manage to entertain me when I hit those bright spots. So you're not going to see a lot of great grades for this game, but you're going to see them somewhere in the middle, and perhaps after the Olympics this title will drop in price, and maybe that's the time to pick it up.
Glory is forever.